about your highest high as a teacher. That
Ah,
beautiful moment which stays with you even now.
I was assigned a mentor. I was assigned as a mentor to a student group. We in Jain College some years back, several years back, we tried to follow the scheme where one teacher was assigned as a mentor to 10 or 15 students, teenagers, and we not only guide them academically, but if they have any personal or other issues, we guide them also in that issue. So this was the model which was, I think so, adopted in Japan and had worked successfully. So there we said, why don't we start this in Jain College? So every week, in the end of the day, we used to sit with some students, and on Saturdays usually it used to be, and we used to have a form we used to fill up. And teenagers, they don't open up directly. So you used
Hmm.
to ask them any issue, any issue. No, no, sir, no, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And we go. So this one girl, I'm going to change the name for the purpose
Anonymity
of
sake.
not.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So, so this Nandini was there, and so Nandini was very cheerful, chirpy, very nice girl in the first semester, second semester, extremely good, 85% and above, brilliant. Then in the third semester, suddenly she started losing focus.
Hmm.
And I used to always ask her, what's happened? Why do you do? No, sir, I'll do better next time. It went from 85 to 70%, 75 to 60. And I asked her friends, is she in a relationship? Is there any problem? And every time she used to be my mentee, I used to keep asking her this question and she never used to respond. And I used to keep persisting, tell me what's troubling you, because the grades were falling. She was not paying attention in class. I was a little worried. In the fourth semester, one day when I was sitting, she came to my cubicle and she burst out crying. And I was very, very touched. I said, what happened? She said, sir, you were asking me from the past 6 months what happened. Let me tell you what happened. In the break of my second semester and my third semester, my father passed away. He met with an accident.
Hmm.
But my mother has married again. And my stepfather is a demon. He harasses me, he shouts at me, he screams at me. In front of my mother, he acts well, but otherwise, he's giving me a very, very hard time. And I used to listen to her and I used to console her. I used to take two handkerchiefs. And every week she used to come and at least for 10, 15 minutes, she used to narrate her stories. And I used to just listen and empathize with her as to what she's going through. Suddenly, in the fifth semester, after our fourth semester, fifth semester, she attended a few weeks and then she disappeared. And this was strange. She stopped attending college. So we went to the computer section. We tried to pull out her address, but the address was wrong. Her number was not reachable. And I was very, very upset. I thought might be I've done a mistake. Maybe I should have reported this matter to the police or something is there. I don't know what happened. And this was gnawing at me for a long period of time till a point of time when I was asked to give a motivational talk at Soba Developers. And I gave the talk and I was walking out of the room and I felt a pat at my back and I turned around and there was this girl. She said, remember, sir, Nandini? And I said, Nandini, my God, where have you been? She said, sir, come, we'll go and speak in my room. And she took me there and she said, sir, I am now working as the secretary to the managing director of Soba Developers. I finished my BCom through correspondence and I've also done my MBA through symbiosis and correspondence and I've got this job. And then she held my hand and she said, sir, if I'm alive, it's only because of you. I said, what are you talking? She said, yes, sir. Sir, those days when I used to cry in front of you, those were the darkest days of my life. And I thought of suicide so many times. But I used to say, if this stranger who's a teacher who doesn't even know me that well is listening to me so much, my relatives can do much better. So I went to my actual father's sister and told her about this. She told me to leave the house. That's why I erased my phone number. I changed my address. And then I stayed with them. I removed all. I didn't want my mother to contact me again. But, sir, that happiness and that peace which I got by talking to you is the reason why I could take those steps. And I was so elated that I had made a small difference to somebody's life. It was even happier than the day when my son Pratyush started walking for the first time. He didn't crawl, so he just slithered and then he started walking. And I thought he won't walk. And when he started walking, I was so thrilled. But this was even better. So just that high, I can't start forget that moment when she just told it with those that so much of earnestness and sincerity that had made a big difference to her life.